Welcome home, everybody, and we are back to playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I didn't think I'd get much views on that one, but it did surprisingly well for a game that's a couple years old and highly saturated, Anyway, let's get back into the game. Right, we were doing a poem this time. Okay, let's see. Frightening poem. Oh, okay. Why are they all so... Okay, Oh, okay. Why are they jumping? Why are they jumping? Oh, wow, okay. Ooh, wow. I guess, okay. Okay. Yeah, yep. Okay, I'm trying to get me the purple-haired girl. I forgot their names, honestly. It's only been like a week, but I've already forgotten. Let's see. Yeah, graveyard. Okay, bunny, nah. Infinite landscape, nature. Oh, okay. Didn't expect her. Oh god. All right. I feel like we oh god, there's so many of these. Okay. We haven't gotten the middle girl yet. Maybe she's pretty sad. Okay. Kiss. Yeah, there we go. Go why? That's probably her too. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Right. I forgot her whole thing is like terrible, I don't want to say. Oh god. Is my microphone too loud? I have no idea. Let's see. Didn't expect that one. Usually this girl's pretty quiet. Okay, okay. Oh, I love anime, but I'm not gonna click that one. What the hell's meager? Well, quite the meager existence you've got there, love. Doki Doki? Yeah, Doki Doki. Okay, what the hell's a Vertigo. No, Vertigo. Oh, okay. Playground, unstable. Yes! Okay, we got a lot of the purple-haired girl. Hi again, Jamie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha, that was scary. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jamie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jamie already gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy. It's so messy, it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Damn, I have a key stuck in my ass. Oh, little plug. Check the description for a link. You're gonna love that. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jamie can be good friends too. Hey, yo! Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Uh-oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. But I swear, if it's a book. Oh, it's a book! You know I can't read yet! Why you gotta put me on the spot? I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Yeah, okay, I remember Yuri's name. And Sayori, that's my childhood friend. Monica. I don't know the little girl's name though. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, tensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Okay, I don't know what's going on. What do you mean something obvious? I'm glad to hear. Oh wait, do you mean she bought it? She went to the store, but I don't even know. Obviously, she went. I don't. Oh, my brain hurts. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Holy crap. Is that the type of vibe I give out? I think that's what I like. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I do love mayhem. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jamie? Nah, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophies that they believe in. Then, suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive. They're made out to be the naive one, for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. God damn, for a guy that doesn't know how to read. You sure know big words. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. You know what? I don't read. I've had multiple book reports, but I always just read the audiobook. Read the audiobook. Yeah, I heard the audiobook. And I don't know. I tried reading. And I was like, I could be doing something while reading, you know? I don't know. I always have to do something while I'm doing something. I'm always watching videos while playing games or, editing while eating. I don't even know. Look at this black coffee. It's so cool. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's just keep going. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own book copy. Once we each lean in a little bit closer, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book. I don't even know. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. God damn. Sheesh. I'm gonna have to... God damn, you're gonna catch me slipping. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her left thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I just got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. I know, right? You've never read a book in your entire life, and yet you're gonna read the same book with the girl that reads like every day? She's gonna read fast as hell. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continued the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. What the hell? I should join a club, huh? If this type of stuff happens? Does this happen in real life? I don't even know, but I'm trying to read a book. Okay, let's just keep going. Wait. Crap. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it into your head or anything, but you're kind of a reminiscent? Reminiscent? Oh, bro, I didn't even finish reading it. Whatever the hell it said. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But, Jamie, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Yes, it's time for our poems. I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. Damn it, we're about to hook up, bro. Why you gotta cock block me like that? We might not have enough time if we wait any longer. Yuri exhales and spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reason. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah! My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't! Wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who shall I pick? Who shall I pick? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can't trust her opinion, to be fair. I can. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? I mean, I told you I don't read. You really think I'm gonna write a poem? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, oh, I should probably... Oopsie. My bad. You couldn't see the words, but I was reading all of it. Yeah, it's fine. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressives are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Didn't she just compliment me, and then she explained to me how it was terrible? I don't even know. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs give you valuable feedback. You know, I've had a couple of these poems. You know, you shit yourself presenting it to the class, but I always made sure to do a shitty enough job so that I don't get picked to, like, you know, those competitions and stuff, like for awards. Like, I could probably be a god, but I'd rather not present in front of the entire school my poem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Okay, good. We're not sharing it in front of the class. If you would have told me this yesterday, I would have spent more time on it, you know? Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Sheesh! Look at that cursive. Alright, let's read this. Ghost Under the Light. Ah, shit. I can't read cursive. I don't even know. You guys can read it if you want. I can't read shit. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you calling me dumb? Are you in a ghost theory? Uh-huh? Or, uh-huh. I don't think there's an H in the B. I don't know. I don't know how to, I don't think uh-huh is a real word, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jamie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I remember that poem after express her own thoughts, feeling experience in the. God damn, she's roasted me. Sheesh, I didn't even read it, if I'm being honest. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Jamie. Me too. Wow. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, they said Natsuki was pretty, biased, but it's probably towards anime. I got more of Sayori, my childhood friend. This is a good poem, Jamie. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Jamie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this meant to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that. Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like I missed you, like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Amazing. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. I just a bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. So much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I don't want to do another poem. Oh, I have to talk to all of them? I mean, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheese can run. Eagles can fly. People can travel. That's about it. Yeah, I told you that you were gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because, yeah, her poem was pretty stupid. Unless there's like a soliloquial reason for it. You know what I'm saying, bruh? Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my poems seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style won't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about a simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhyming at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, I guess the last girl's Monica. Hi! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up. Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. God damn, she's scary. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's a sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Jamie. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just feels, or letting them deeply analyze all. You know, this girl's much easier to understand. Yuri's all like, the metric flow of the writing really counteracts my syphilis. You know what I'm saying? And this girl, like, talking about interpreting it your own way. She's kind of smart. She's like dumbing it down for me because she knows I'm dumb, which kind of hurts me. But I don't even know. I don't even know. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has done at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. God damn, she wrote a lot. I couldn't have been me. I see that an angry that's super cool. Let me go! So, what do you think? It's very freeforming, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about a deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark purple puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Miss Monica. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? It completely misses symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jamie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jamie liked my poem too, so you know, he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, shit. I mean, I was listening the entire time, but you know. That's not what Yuri stands up. Maybe you're just jealous that Jamie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself. I would do really that word. Go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jamie started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they noticed I was standing there. Jamie! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, and this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jamie. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is only unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jamie? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever yeah, I agree with. They'll probably think more highly of me. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri... But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting you. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Jamie, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings during. God dang, you're so mean. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? It's exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes us. Stop it! Oh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Yeah, Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Sheesh! Okay, everyone, it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. I mean, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a bit. I did learn more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Jimmy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sheesh. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, that's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Jamie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Suri still hasn't changed. I'm caught onto the kinds of situations I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Whoa, sheesh. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, looks like that's it. 40 minutes, goddamn! Goodness me, this was supposed to be a very quick video, but goddamn, that took a while. Damn poems, I swear. Yuri's definitely my favorite still, you know. Monika's still a hoe. And, two girls are, very girly. Anyway, this is the comment of the week. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know why Eugene commented this. But, anyway, like I said in the video, make sure to click that description for something special. Make sure to hit that like button down below, hit subscribe, post notifications, and all of whatever the hell that is. I post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.